Hey guys, Dr. Brandon Manning, developer of the functional practice. This comes up a lot. What are the best conditions and best niches to specialize in? Not really target. I don't really like the word target, but specialize in if you want to do things virtually. So we're gonna get into it. Before we do, make sure you click subscribe. Right? Make sure you ring the bell so that you're notified each time I make a new video. Okay. So I'm gonna rank these. What I believe. Again, this is just my opinion based on my decade and a half of doing this stuff, this functional medicine stuff. I've kind of dabbled into darn near every niche there is, and I like some better than others. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you my top 5. Now you can kind of mix and match. Like I say in other videos, don't go after the money, go after the passion, go after the interest. But this is based on my digging and my research and my keywords and the ease, right? Some conditions are just kind of a bugger based on what the struggle that patient has, and so some are easier than others in terms of closing a case fee. Okay, so let me walk you through. I'm going to start with number 5, and then I'm going to go to number 4, number 3, number 2, and I'm going to finish off with the top condition that top niche, I should say, that you should do if you're doing some virtual stuff. So number 5, good old-fashioned food sensitivity testing. Been doing this for a long time. It is very, very easy. If you look at the search volume, about 40,000 searches per month. Same goes true with food intolerance testing. They kind of they're used interchangeably. On average, you're gonna it's fairly competitive. I mean, right here, this shows you're gonna be able $6 a click, roughly $5.5 to $6 a click. It's gotten more competitive over the past few years, but I still have multiple websites that I take food sensitivity testing in a city, and it sits top spot. It's so easy to do. Food sensitivity testing Lakeville. That's what people are searching for. They're going to type food sensitivity testing, and if they're looking for a local doctor, boom, there you are. So yes, there's competition from a national perspective, but locally, it's very easy to take a website or a funnel, food sensitivity testing city, and replicate that several times to all your different neighboring towns, cities, and suburbs. If you want my funnel, if you want my food sensitivity testing that we check all the boxes, let me know. I'll get it to you, and you can start taking this funnel top spot organically. Very easy to do organically when you're going after a city and that specific keyword. If you want to do some Google PPC stuff, you're going to pay a little bit, but you can also tighten up the demographics and target a radius. And so if somebody's in your area, they're typing in food sensitivity testing, you're there organically, but then you're also there top spot from an AdWords perspective. Okay, so number 5, food sensitivity testing. The cool thing is that you're not shooting for home runs. Like, I close 95% of the people that I talk to about food testing. It's such it's an inherent interest. And when I was doing, I've done hundreds of lunch talks, but when I was doing a lot of dental talks and stuff, I would pass these reports around, and people have an inherent interest in things food related. And when they see graphs and charts, and oh my gosh, this person reacted to almonds and green peppers and different things, they're like, I wonder what I'm reacting to. I want to get tested. I want to know. I want an objective black and white, yes or no. So it's an inherent interest. It's an easy close. Okay, so you're not going to hit home runs with it. You're not going to close a $1,500, $2,500 deal. It's going to be $400, $300, $400, and so you're just hitting singles, but it's easy singles. Okay. Number 4, guys, is ADHD. This is another niche, another condition that I've been in a long time. But the search volume, I've never seen a search volume so huge in terms of a specific condition. 6.5 million searches. There's a lot of adults struggling with ADHD because I run a lot of ADHD ads, and a lot of people comment, say, hey, does this work for adults that have this? Okay, so they're just easily distracted, fidgety, bouncing off the walls. You get the idea. Average cost about $2 per click, and so if I build out an ADHD website, I build out an ADHD funnel, if I bid $3 per click, I'm going to pretty much squash out my competition, right? I'm going to be sitting top spot. I'm only going to pay per click, and if you watch any of my other modules, my videos and trainings, it's like I want to bring people in through this front door, and then I'll send them ADHD ads on Facebook on the back end, right? So at number 4, ADHD. Parents, they're going to do what's best for their kids, right? So A lot of times people care more about their kids and their dogs than they do about themselves. So that's one thing I found is like, when parents come in, they bring their kids. It's like it's a little bit easier up close. So that's one other reason why I like ADHD. Number 3 is gut dysfunction, IBS, leaky gut. There's in terms of IBS, there's over 1 million searches per month at 17 cents. So if you just look at that math, it makes total sense to have a leaky gut website or an IBS or digestive issue, and just put that sucker top spot. Yeah, you're going to be able to rank it. You should be able to rank it pretty easily, but just stick that sucker top spot front and center. And again, if you bet $1 a click, you're going to show up probably dang near every time, unless you use up your ad dollars, your budget. And so leaky gut is something, again, that can be done virtually. It's so easy to help people with digestive dysfunction virtually, because you're sending them what are you going to do? Food test them, right? We got to reduce inflammation, take out the sensitivities and intolerances. Maybe you put them on a gut protocol. I use a lot of systemic formula stuff like GI wellness protocols and prep body brain phase if you want to get really in depth with the gut stuff. But inflammation, deflaming stuff and fixing the cells, that's all good. But you can just develop a protocol of like, maybe it's glutamine, it's probiotics, maybe it's zinc, it's vitamin D, it's fish oil. Basically an anti-inflammatory type protocol. Pull out the sensitivities and tolerances. I will also use a product called Restore on Amazon. Restore, developed by a medical doctor, but it's designed to tighten up junctions. So if somebody's got a leaky gut, put them on Restore. So there's protocols you can do. It's so easy to fix people that have gut dysfunction. And look at the search volume and look at the cost per click. So you're paying pennies to get eyeballs on your operation. And gut dysfunction is something that's like people are so miserable with it. It's like they eat something and they feel like garbage, so that they know that they have to do something. So again, it's another easy close, because things aren't getting better, and they go to medical doctors, just try this, try Tums. It's just a failed system. So number 3 is IBS, gut dysfunction. Thyroid, number 2. Again, big search volume, 673,000 searches a month at 63 cents. So the cool thing about thyroid is that there's such a story behind it, because it's such a failed, people are so failed. I would say thyroid and diabetes are probably the 2 most poorly managed conditions in all of healthcare. Because thyroid, 90% of the time, it's an autoimmune, and MD doesn't know how to deal with the immune system, so they just put them on synthetic thyroid, and hey, come back when it's better, but it never gets better. So many people come in, it's like they have the thyroid symptoms, the hair loss, the constipation, they're cold all the time, they can't lose weight, brain fog, all that stuff. But they're on the meds, right? What good are these medications if you're still having the symptoms? It's not fixing the problem. So I've done a lot of thyroid stuff, a lot of thyroid ads on YouTube, and it works very, very well if you just tell the story. Hey, we need to test. We need to determine what path we can go down. Is it the Hashimoto's route, which most of the time it is? Right now, let's fix the gut. Let's fix the cells. Let's take you off the toxins, off the sugar. Let's deflame and detox, so you get the idea. So thyroid is number 1. And my thyroid ads on Facebook just run wild. You've seen some of my screenshots before where it's people comment, they're suffering. And I get them into my mini masterclass about thyroid with the clear call to action. Hey, let's hop on a call to determine if what we have is going to make sense for you. Right? Thyroid, these people are miserable. And it's such a poorly managed condition. Number 1, functional weight loss. It's an inherent interest. People want to lose weight, they want to look good, they want to feel good, and it's an easy close. Now, here's the thing about weight loss, and this is what I teach in I have a program for doctors called the Weight Loss Practice. But you have to be different. You cannot just be, hey, I'm just going to tell my patient about ketogenic. Oh, I'm going to tell them about, hey, we're going to do, HCG of 500 calories. We're going to restrict calories. There's nothing unique and proprietary, and there's nothing, that's the thing. In marketing, and again, these are the bullet points that I hammer home with doctors. You have to be unique. You have to be different. You have to be exciting. And you have to be unlike anything they've ever seen or tried before. If you can check these boxes, your life becomes much, much easier. Unlike anything they've ever seen or tried. If you're pushing a calorie restriction, been there, done that. Everybody's done it, right? You're not unique. You have to tie. So we do functional weight loss where we're tying the testing into it. We're doing food testing. We're doing nutrient testing. We're reducing inflammation in the body. We're fixing the gut. We're doing all these different things. We're going to get you sleeping better. We're going to clear out that brain fog. Because people with weight issues, they also have all these other conditions. They can't sleep. They're inflamed. They're achy. Their back hurts. So you have to check all these other boxes and benefits of going through a functional weight loss system. When you do that, it's your job becomes it's easier to close people, but you can close them at a higher case fee, not just $400, $500, big deal, $300. No, if you're a commodity, the lowest price wins. You have to. I don't even know what the word. Uncommoditize yourself, decommoditize. Do not become a commodity, right? That's what functional weight loss, and that's the uniqueness that we give doctors with our system at the weight loss practice. But be different, be unique, be unlike anything they've ever seen to try before, and then you can command a higher case fee. I'm not going to get into what I charge, but you can charge a lot more, and you can scale that sucker to the moon, because now you're charging this. Now you can take a lot of them ad dollars. Now you can roll it back into more marketing, more ads, more radio stuff. Now you can really start to scale this thing up, and this is what we did a lot of years ago with radio and stuff. But functional weight loss, it can be done virtually, right? You send them the test kit, people test themselves. Foods, nutrients, this kind of stuff. We give them a list of toxins to avoid. We give them a book. I don't have it with me, but we give them a manual. It's about 60 or 70 pages. Has their journal within it. We talk about intermittent fasting. We talk about toxins and different things in that book. It has their food list. It has all kinds of stuff. But it's a tool, but it can be done virtually. So I send them a box. It has their book in it. Has the test kits, and yeah, we provide accountability and support and email and support like that, but works very, very well. But it's done through a consultation. So I'll send people into my mini masterclass, and the call to action at the end of that thing is a hey, let's hop on a call to determine if our functional weight loss system is going to make sense for you. And then I get them on the call. And I ask the questions. What have you tried? What's working? What's not working? Right? What's going to happen if we don't get this thing fixed? Do you have any family history of heart disease or cancer or diabetes? Not a scare tactic, just a question. Because that gets them, hey, oh my gosh, if I don't get this thing fixed, if I don't get this weight off now, is that the next step for me? Am I going to go down the path of my family members who have heart disease and cancer, diabetes? And ask the questions. Okay, get them thinking. So, all right, guys, hopefully you found value. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Again, smash that like button. Also, make sure you get in my private group for chiropractors and functional medicine doctors. Okay, I will link it in the description beneath this video. Hop into my group. I'm always, I try to post as much as I can, time permitting, but I'm always trying to put trainings and videos and tutorials into that group, just to help you guys, hopefully help more sick folks get well. We're in a sick country, as you know. I mean, look at the search volume. Search volume here is sick. And not only just weight loss. I mean, you type in Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers alone has about 1.8 or 1.9 million searches a month. And then you look at Jenny Craig and Newman, all these other competitors. That's who we go after. We go after weight loss as a keyword. But when you start going after the competitors, your cost per click comes like down to pennies. But you just look at the search volume. There's so many people suffering from gut dysfunction, ADHD, sensitivities. It's just we live in a sick country, so there's no shortage of sick people. So don't think that, oh my gosh, the doctor down the street is doing X, Y, Z. I gotta do something. Nah, there's plenty of sick folks to go around. But these are the conditions where you can really broaden your targeting, because this stuff can be done virtually. These people do not have to come into your office to get the help you need. You build up the funnel. Right? You send them somewhere, get them educated about what you do, why you're unique, why you're different, take them through the steps, and get them on a masterclass, get them on a call, whatever is most efficient for you. But that's what I do. Works very, very well. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And again, I'll drop all the resources in the description. And if you have any questions, let me know. See you next time.